There. Just got this Saker, I don't know, 3-in-1 hand riveter. It's looked like a nice toy, and it looked like something I needed to have done. I sometimes make a lot of stuff that needs, well, I'll show you. Like this piece of angle here, and then I'll need a piece of aluminum or a piece of sheet steel off on the side, and this will sometimes cover up a rather large area. Unfortunately, I can't show you anything that is working on, because in my line of work I've got to sign a lot of non-disclosure agreements, and that means that I can't disclose stuff. So I'll just get a general idea. This thing is supposedly a riveter and a nibbler and a bolt nut setter, I should say. So let's take a look here. We open this up. Oh, by the way, before we get started, this unit here that this is sitting on, that's nothing more than a regular old office chair, where the chair kind of took a hit, and I unbolted it, and I just bolted a piece of plywood on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. It'll get another piece of plywood, but this is at a slight angle. I found that that's sometimes helpful, and sometimes it's not. So we'll see what happens, and then I'll modify it accordingly. Anyway, you get your manual, and surprisingly enough, the manual is written in English, which is kind of a scary concept for people that are selling things over here. The people I was dealing with, I think, are in the UK, if I remember right. Anyway, when you open it up, this is what you get. You get a packet of 10 pieces of number 6, 10 pieces of 4/6. I don't know. Anyway, different sizes of pop rivets. That's one of the things. Now these big ones, sometimes you have trouble when you've got the single hand pop rivet tool, unless you've got the big double handle thing. But that's not what I bought it for. I've got a pop rivet gun and all that stuff. I don't need that. In fact, I've even got an air operated one. And then this also comes, this is what I was looking for. It comes with these, they're bigger here, you can see them better. It comes with these bolts, or nuts I should say. You put them in like a pop rivet, and it's got serrations on the edge to hold it, and then you just suck it up, and it puts a nut right there in your piece of metal. We're going to test that tonight and see if that indeed works like it should. The first thing you have is you've got the main gun here, and it's a two-handled. Now it looks like it's plastic on the side here, but that's just covering it. There is actually steel underneath here. Hope you can see that. And the other nice thing is you don't have to go looking for your guides, because you can just take them out of here, and whatever size guide you need is right here. This is a 3/16, so you don't lose them if you can get them back in. Because you're a shaky old man, it's sometimes hard to There, finally. Finally. Okay. First thing is you don't want to be a shaky old man, but there's some of us that can't help that. Anyway, we take off. The one thing I don't like about this is it's spring loaded, which they think that it's nice, I suppose. I don't know. I would rather have it non-spring loaded, and I'll probably go in here later on and remove the springs if possible. But what you want to do for starters is you take off the outer nose here. That's the outer nose piece. And then you can take out the inner grabby piece. That's a technical term. And that's just got the jaws on there that grab the center of the sheets. Hope I'm in here. Now we'll see. Anyway, so now what we got to do is we've got to. First they've got notchers. They've got two sets of notchers. They've got a round one. They call this a square one, but it really isn't. It's actually semi-square. It's squared off on the sides, but it's rounded in the middle. And if you take that, put it in here, screw it in, and there's a handy-dandy wrench that comes with it that fits everything. Let's see, that's this one. Well, that takes a lot of screwing, doesn't it? This is why I don't like the springs, because you got to hold it open. Okay, and then what you do is you take this other piece from the side, put that in here. Come on. So that goes in there. Okay. And now we can take a piece of this is 16 gauge aluminum, 6061. It's not going to provide a whole lot of resistance. This supposedly can cut steel up too, but I don't remember how much. See, if you weren't crippled up, you wouldn't have to sit in a chair like this. You could be standing by a bench and everything would be groovy, but sometimes that doesn't work out like you'd like. Okay, there. And that's the notch that you get out of it. It's kind of rounded on the ends, but it's squared on the sides. Okay. Now what we got to do, take this off. Take this out. Shakiness makes it extra interesting. That's what we like. Okay, so we decided what we're going to do is I dug out a 1/4 nut, and this is the 1/4 fixture. Now the one thing I didn't like, I tried this before, I don't like this O-ring that sits here either. So next time I'm at the board meeting, I'm going to have to bring that up and see if we can't get that straightened out. And let's see, is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you just thread the nut on there. Oh boy. And then we set this on the side, like that. We've already got a hole drilled in there. I measured the diameter with the calipers on this and came out with, on this particular one, you would use a T drill in here. And that makes this fit just right. And this just right. Except I don't want it like that. That would be silly. Boy. Okay. And when you got that seated, and again we're fighting the spring. I don't like the spring. Now we've got a 1/4-20 nut there. Let me get a let's try this again. For the very first time. Why is this? It hasn't fallen down. There. Is that in? There. Yeah. Okay. I guess if you take the right size bolt, you have a little better luck. There. Now we'd probably put, depending on what we're building, you'd probably want to have them spaced maybe a foot apart or 2 feet apart, whatever it is. But now you've got a nice metal shield that you can unbolt and take off and get at the innards. So that'll work good. This is a nice tool to have. Like I say, I don't like the spring, but other than that, it's a nice little toy. Everybody should have one. And I get them from Bounth. I'll put a link in the thingy there. This is why I don't like that O-ring, but that's easily fixed. And again, brute force triumphs over knowledge. Okay. And everything is laid out nice in this case. Got a spot for a little blow molded case, a little spot for the wrench, a spot. They got extra O-rings here because it seems you to destroy them when you use them. And then a nice place for that. And it'd be nice if these were, I don't know, if you had a bigger case so you could actually have an assortment or something there. What they give you for starters is fine, but I also bought a, what did I do with that? There. They also sell an extra box. There's of the bolts, they've got 18, 16, 11, 18. It's in their catalog. There's plenty of rivets and nuts in here, but you're going to have to come up with your own holder for them. It'd be nice if they had one, and that'd be a good deal for them. Overall, a nice tool. I like it. And as they say in all the other YouTubes, please give me a like and subscribe. Actually, I don't really care that much, but it's nice to say it. What I really like is these imitation metal clips on the box. That's a nice touch. They look plenty sturdy and they look like real metal. Anyway, that's probably what we're going to do for the day. We're good. Thank you and good night.